Hey, it's Ryan with Parts Doctor, and today we're going to show you to replace the user interface control board on the Samsung washer. We'll need a couple different tools for the job. We'll leave those listed in the description below. Let's get started. When the user interface control board fails, the most common failures that we see are the buttons won't respond properly, or the LCD display won't read out correctly. For this to repair, unplug or disconnect power to the washer. First, pull a piece of heavy-duty string tight and slide it between the control screen and control knob. Then, pull the string down to wrap around the top of the knob. Now, gently pull the string away from the control screen to partially release the knob to give enough access to use your hands. Place your fingers around the knob and firmly but gently wiggle the knob until it releases. This may be tricky. With access to the back of the washer, we'll need to remove the back cover by removing these 6 Phillips screws. With the screws removed, slide one of your hands underneath and insert a thin tool like a knife to pry the locking tabs. With the locking clips released, tilt up and out to remove. Next, remove the 2 Phillips screws on the control panel. With the screws removed, you can tip the control panel forward. Now, place your thumbs on the top cover, your fingertips along these 4 locking tabs, and gently push down with your thumb while pulling out and up with your fingers. Continue tipping the cover to release the remaining tabs. Before disconnecting any of the electrical connectors, take a reference photo. Then disconnect all the connectors by simultaneously depressing the locking tabs and pulling up. On this connector, you may need to use a flat blade screwdriver to help depress the tab. Then, remove the wiring harness from the retainers. Next, remove these 4 Phillips screws. Now, gently pry on the locking tabs around the control board. You may need to use a thin tool like a knife or a flat blade screwdriver. With the board released, you can now remove it from the panel. Next, gently pry on the white retaining tabs around the interface board. Then tilt out to remove. If you have a bad user interface control board and you need to purchase a new one, you can check out our website, partsdoctor.com. We'll leave a link in the description below. You want to make sure that you're searching with the model number from the tag on your washing machine to make sure you get the correct part. To install the interface board, start by aligning the knob shaft with the hole, then push to snap it back in place. To install the main control board, align the board and screw holes, then press down along the edges until all the locking tabs snap back in place. Then, reinstall the 4 Phillips screws. Now, reconnect all the electrical connectors by aligning and pushing until they lock in place. If needed, reference your photo from earlier. Next, tuck the wires back into the retainers. You may need to adjust some of the wires to allow the cover to seat properly. To install the cover, align it with the control board and push it until it locks in place. Next, flip the control panel back in place and install the 2 screws. Next, install the cover panel by inserting the top at an angle, rotate down, align the side locking tabs, and push to lock them back in place. Then, reinstall the Phillips screws. To install the knob, you need to line up the flat edge of the knob with the flat edge on the knob shaft. Align it, then push it until it snaps back in place. With everything put back together, plug the washer back in and test it out to make sure that everything's working properly. So that's it for this video. If you have any tips or tricks of your own, let us know in the comments below. And if you like fixing things, please consider subscribing.